Okay, Shalom. Okay, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Rakah Kadash. Okay, double honors to our apostles, the great millstone elders of Geonas. Okay, and salutation and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the children of Israel that make up the faith-based Israelites. Okay, um, that consists of being the fellow laborers that are laboring in this truth on the highways and the byways all year round. Okay, Israelite foreigners as well, that who Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is scattered amongst the other nations and look like the heathen nations, but have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and you Aquath, you women, the few women of our nation that are actually waking up and humbling themselves, that are humbling themselves to this word and to this rough, manly word, and desire to escape these pollutions of this filthy ass world. Okay. So things are still going on as always. 2/3 are still in their sleep, continuing in their filthy ass wickedness. Heathen nations is still going on, continuing on as being heathens as always. All right, but we're continuing on in His Word um, and continue to fish. Continue to be fishers of men, so we can get the hell up out of here. So that's how we getting out of here. The waking of the elect. This word has to be preached on the four corners of the world to wake up the elect of our people. All right. Murdering is still increasing. Murdering and just the the bread and circus um, is still in hardcore play. Which this the time of this year where there's the NFL, there's college football playoffs, is the bread and circus. The people are gluttonous and continue to indulge themselves in all unrighteous and unclean manner of foods. People just eating just to eat. And Esau is continuing on building more and more and coming up with more and more new ways of destroying the world. Things are just continuing on as business as usual. you know. But that wasn't the purpose of this video. I was just doing a little bit of reading, and what I noticed in uh, just a quick video, just to bring your attention. Now, Luke 1 through 4 is fire. It just starts out deep. Luke 1 and 4, it starts out deep, like not deep to the point you have to uh you have to have a scholar break it down for you, but in a way, what's been revealed to us, these scholarly people of this world don't even know. They don't even know. They can read it, but they don't know. They can't spiritually give you an understanding of this like what we do. So Luke, let me grab it up here. It just sounds good, just how it begins. You know, it's like, come on, baby. Okay, we'll go into it anyway. Okay, here we go. Luke 1 and 1. For as much as many have taken in hand to set forth in order a declaration of those things which are most surely believed among us. And and that's why the world look at us as nutcases. Look at us as nutcases, and not just that, look at us as being pure evil, period, because what is believed among us, and what is believed among us is uh, uh, Yahweh Shai, and what he and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has declared. When they declared um, this truth that he's about to destroy this present era. He's about to destroy the present rulers of this world. He's about to destroy the wicked amongst his people. You know. So again, which where the word faith comes into play, which is believed among us. But um, again, the preaching of the cross. Let me grab the scripture in Corinthians. Again, by believed amongst us, those few of us, you know, those few amongst us. I'm grabbing the scripture here in Corinthians. And when I'm looking at this, the foolishness of the cross is 1 Corinthians 1:18. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness. So what's believed amongst us, you know, those that are going to literally burn, or is just which what's believed amongst us is the teaching of um, redemption, deliverance, forgiveness. You know, the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the kingdom of heaven. You know, which just speaking on these things, you've made enemies with the world. So it says, for the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of the Most High. So it's believed amongst us. And let me go into this. Order a declaration. That word declaration. Digesis. Come on. A narrative. A narrative. Narration. Let me do this. It's beautiful. I had those things up. Just going into it here. A narrative. A verb and a noun. An adjective and a noun. All right. We have here to tell, relate, recount, and explain. Meaning of or pertaining to narrative. Noun form, a tale, a story, a connected account of, and that's how the wicked view these prophecies as just a fairy tale, and that's what you hear a lot. And I can go right now with no fail, go for example like to TikTok, and it's all over YouTube as well. The wicked comments, scoffers, but a lot of the comments are always used to guys believing that fairy tale. That fairy tale is always that fairy tale, you know. It says a tale, a story, a connected account of the particulars of an event or series of incidents which is going to take place, you know, in the future, which are referred to as prophecies. All right. So let me go back here. Go back to the. So there we go. A declaration. They say pretty much what they're saying is the prophecies. Come on. Okay, so let me grab this here. And this is just what we're instructed to do. And through faith, that's why, you know, through faith we execute. You know, we execute. There's a movie with not sure if it's Jet Li, but it's a badass movie where he was sent out to assassinate and get close to the leader of the realm and get close to him. And then when he get close, that's when he was to assassinate. I wish I could remember the name of the movie. Bad movie. It's a really good movie. And at the end, he dies by those. They shot arrows in the air and killed him. But when they discovered his plan, they kept recruiting. They kept screaming out, "Execute! Execute! Execute!" It's a bad movie, man. I'm gonna have to go on a mission and find it and watch it. It's one of those nice. It's one of those real nice Asian movies. Uh, you know, martial art movies. It's not too old. It was made in the 2000s, if I'm correct. But let me find the scripture here. This is Ezekiel. I think it's 2 or 3. It's whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. You know, it's whether they hear or whether they will forbear. Um, oh, well, I'm just going to get to the point, Ezekiel 2 and 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day, for they are impudent. Impudent meaning pretty much shameless, man. Impudent is shameless. You know, they can care less what we think about they can care less what Yahweh Shem Yahushua thinks about what they're eating and what they're doing. You know, they think pretty much that there's no, they're never going to have to answer for it. Hell, if you're going to have to, the Most High even mentions if you, wicked words you speak, you don't even have to give account of that itself. You know, but these non-believers, these shameless non-believers, for they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power. And they, these imprudent, wicked children, and they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet amongst them. These same foolish people. All right, so that declaration of things which are most surely believed amongst us, it says, even as they delivered them unto us, the angels, through the spirit of Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai, which he sent men, which from the beginning were eyewitnesses. And that Luke 1 and 2 is powerful in itself, even as they delivered them unto us, which from the beginning, what beginning? At the beginning of the creation of it all, were eyewitnesses and ministers of the word. And so let me grab one of them from the beginning. Let me see if I can find one of those. Several of them. One that comes to mind is Proverbs. One in Proverbs. Bible speak to hear it. Give me a second here. A second here. Okay, here we go. This is Proverbs 8. Proverbs 8 and 22. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, wherever the earth was. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no fountains abounding with waters. All right, and there's a couple more. There's one in Romans, Ephesians. Here, my Bible at? Here's my Bible. Let me jump to Romans. Okay. Here we go. Let me go to Romans here. Let me open me another tab. Grab me up another blue letter. Come back to that Luke. Well, it's just verse 1 through 4 that I'm reading today. Okay, Romans. Everything's just working so damn slow. There we go. Okay, it says here in Romans 8 and 28, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, to them who are the called according to his purpose. That sounds like the same language of Luke, doesn't it? Luke 1, for as much as many have taken in hand to set forth in order a declaration of those things which are surely or most surely believed amongst us, even as they delivered them unto us, which from the beginning were eyewitnesses and ministers of the word. It's the same type of language, if you understand what I mean by that. Okay, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh Shem Yahushai, to them who are the called according to his purpose, for whom he did foreknow. He also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn above many among the firstborn. He was the first creation of Yahweh, you know, so that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. So these same brethren are the ones that receive this word. What would I want to look up for? No, he did foreknow. And I'm kind of curious with this one. Come on.
Strong's G 4267. Prognosko.
To have knowledge beforehand, to foreknow of those whom Yahweh elected to salvation, to predestinate. To predestinate. So the elect have already been sealed, the 144,000 and the 1/3 multitudes. The multitudes that's going to come from the four corners of the earth, and they're going to look like heathen nations. They're going to look like Jakes. They're going to look like heathens, but they're Israelites. You know, that's the thing. They're Israelites. Okay, for no, he also did predestinate, there it is, to be conformed to be the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn amongst many brethren. All right, so we got that out the way. All right, so let's go back to that Luke. I'm going to finish up. I'm not trying to make this too long, but it's good that we can get in these scriptures and just get down and play with them, man. You know, but the thing is, playing with them meaning that to be edified and, you know, and give brothers some ammo to shoot at the wicked. All right. So again, most surely believed amongst us, and we're ministers of the word. It seemed good to me also, having had perfect understanding. So you just can't be going out there pushing any damn thing. You got to have perfect understanding of this word. You know, if you're out pushing, if doing the work of the Lord, it's clear that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is, you know, has in his eyes, he see you as worthy to push his word, you know, to be a teacher. Because that's ultimately why we were risen up, is to go out there and teach the world. You know, it seemed good to me also, having had perfect understanding of all things from the very first. You know, so how else would you explain the Gentiles? You know, Israelite, the Israelite foreigners. How else can, you know? And you have that's scriptural. You know, it's all part of the scriptures. The Israelite foreigners, you know, the Gentiles. All right, and so on, many other things. Which is escaping my mind right now, but there's many other things pertaining to the scriptures. You know, the destruction of the end, the Roman Empire, the eagle. You know, the eagle, the MOTB. You know, one of my a really good scripture, which is a big time stumbling block, is it Romans 13? Romans 13 that I'm thinking about. Let me grab this real quick. And this is important to know these things, man. Romans 13:1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High. Okay, let me read 2. Whoso therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. You know? So just that, read it. You got to have understanding to read these things and to break it down for those to understand. So the perfect understanding of all those things from the very first to write unto thee in order, most excellent Theophilus, that thou mightest know the certainty of those things wherein thou hast been instructed. Let me get that. That thou mightest know the certainty, firmness, stability, certainty, undoubted truth, security from enemies and dangers and safety. The certainty, you know, and that's 2 scriptures that's coming to mind. Security from enemies and dangers, the safety, the name, which brings to mind the name, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, their name, which is important. And what's it say in Proverbs concerning the name? Though, let me grab it. I'm not even going to try and quote it. Let me just grab it. It's a good scripture too. Okay, here we go. The name, Proverbs 18:10. The name, and we got to break the name down. You know, explain the name. That's where this understanding consists of a lot. You know, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. Is a strong tower. You know, think of a tower where in the ancient world during the time of battles that, you know, it's the walls you're protected. You know, you're protected. Right? The righteous runneth into it and is safe. So again, I'm gonna end with this last scripture here. That thou mightest know the certainty of those things wherein thou hast been instructed, in spirit and in truth. Come on. John 4:23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him, those that has been predestinated. Right now, a lot of those are still in the world mentally, and that's the whole point why we're sent out, is to wake them up. Those that have been predestined. The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So with that, shalom.